What's going on, guys? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon NBA DFS video. It is Saturday edition, January 2nd. Hopefully you guys had a great New Year's. Hopefully, you woke up yesterday and you were at least, able to get out of bed, check out the website, check out the video, make some lineups, make some money while you're probably nursing a hangover. But do want to welcome you guys back, or welcome you guys for the first time. A lot to go over. Pretty excited about how our New Year's has started. We're in the green. The return on investment right now is 100%. And hopefully you guys were able to get in on that as well. So what we do here at FantasyTeamAdvisors.com is we bring you these articles every day. Hopefully I can get a video out every day, which is what I really want to do. But being able to help you guys and show you what we can offer and get you guys out there every single day is what we strive to do. So kind of a breakdown of what we're going to do. We're going to look at the article that you can see on the screen. What we've done is we go each position and we give 3 top, 3 mid, and 3 value picks at each position. And in the chart we have the team, the opponent, the position, the minutes that we're projecting out. We also have Draftkings, Fanduel, and Yahoo projections. For sake of the video, I'm going to just go over the Draftkings projections. And if you want to see the Fanduel and Yahoo, click the link down below. In the description is this article that we are going over. So we're going to go over that. We're going to touch a couple of things. We have contests going on. And I will link the Discord into the description, just like I did yesterday. The link is only for 24 hours. It expires after that. So if you check this video out, definitely hit that. Before we get started, if you guys would like to win a free week of NBA content brought to you by FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, all you have to do is like the video, be a subscriber, and tell me who is going to score the most amount of fantasy points on DraftKings on this slate, and how many fantasy points are they going to have. So by that I mean, if you say you put it's Andre Drummond's on there. Say you put Andre Drummond 54 fantasy points. I don't think that's going to get it done, but say he goes 55 and no one else is closer. No one, you got it without going over. You will win a free week. We'll contact you that way. Another way is our Facebook page down below. Once every 100 subscribers, or every 100 people that follow, your name's going to be thrown in a hat. We're going to contact you on Facebook, and you win a free year. So I made a new Facebook account or page, and trying to build up our audience like we did on the previous page. So with that Discord link, you're going to get in there. You can kind of see a little bit, but we have the general where people can just talk. Then we have NBA, NFL, MLB, PGA, NHL, MMA, and then we're winning lineups. And you can see these are all subscribers or myself. So if you guys would like, if you guys use our service or you use our advice, please hit me up on Twitter at advisors_team. Tag us in there so we can get your picture up there. And anyone who wins at least $1,000 using our picture, we will give you a free. We're going to move it to a year. So anyone who uses the picture, you have to email me, support at FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. We'll get you the picture. So just kind of a look in there. People were asking who we like. We went 2 of the plays that we offered, just threw in there that people were asking for value. Nas Reed at 4,700 got a 7 times value. He was in our optimal lineup on both sites. And Sadiq Bey at 3,500 got 9 times value. We were all over both of those. Specifically, Bey got 9 times value on FanDuel and DraftKings. So without further ado, let's jump into today's slate. Now, it's a total of 6 games, but main slate has 5. As of right now, I don't know, depending on when you're watching this video, when I'm making this video, DraftKings doesn't have a all-day slate. We're unable to see that. So the main slate is just 5 games, and we'll kind of look at that. We don't have all of the betting in, so by the time you see this, we will look at that. So Just kind of looking over here real quick for the NBA. Sacramento at Houston is the early game, so it's 2 hours before. So you can use it on Fanduel. As of right now, we can't do it on DraftKings. Then you got the Knicks at the Pacers, OKC at Orlando, Charlotte at Philly, Cleveland at Atlanta, and Toronto at New Orleans. So looking into our article, please, on our website, Fantasy Team Advisors, go click all these social media buttons. Give us a like. That would really help us out. So looking at point guards, at the top three that I really like on this slate, Trae Young, projected at 31 minutes and 49 DraftKings fantasy points. Ben Simmons at 30 minutes and 37 DraftKings points. And Kyle Lowry, 32 minutes at 37 DraftKings fantasy points. Mid-tier here, John Wall. It's going to be a second game back. You only be able to use him if you are playing on FanDuel and you're playing the all-day slate. Again, don't get screwed over by this game locking 2 hours prior. You got John Wall projecting right around 27 minutes. It's kind of hard to project him. He went off his first game. Just kind of hard to project. He's had a day off in there. Maybe he's ready to go. Obviously, he should be fresh. He hasn't played in a couple of years. Projected at 27 minutes and 32 fantasy points. Markelle Fultz, I really love Fultz here. Projected at both 30 minutes and 30 DraftKings fantasy points. And Lonzo Ball, 30 minutes and 31 DraftKings points. Value picks here, you got the other ball, LaMelo Ball, 22 minutes, looking right around 20 fantasy points there. Austin Rivers against Indy, projected right around 23 minutes and 20 fantasy points. And TJ McConnell, right around 18 minutes and 19 fantasy points over on DraftKings. Moving over to the shooting guard, we've got James Harden here again, early only, can only play on FanDuel at the moment. We're projecting right around 30 minutes and 47 fantasy points. I don't like that. I don't like his projection. I'm not going to be playing the all-day slate. I think you're going to be able to save a little bit of money and not pay up for Harden. You can go down, look at Colin Sexton, projected right around 36 minutes and 38 fantasy points, and Fred VanVleet, 31 minutes and 35 DraftKings points. Mid-tier picks here, Devontae Graham, 29 minutes, 30 fantasy points, but he healed 28 minutes and 27 fantasy points, and Eric Bledsoe, 25 minutes and 26 fantasy points. Moving to the value picks here at shooting guard, you got JJ Redick, 25 minutes, 21 fantasy points. Matt Thomas, 21 minutes projected with 18 fantasy points. And Tyrese Maxey, 19 minutes and 17 fantasy points. Now, before we finish, and if this is the first time you've been here, these are not the only plays that we're going to look at. Obviously, depending on when you watch this video, news is going to come out that player A is out. So we're going to be looking at, his backup, and he's going to be cheap, and kind of like Sadiq Bey or Naz Reid. Other picks like that, maybe they'll come to be the starter later on in the day. Those are the ones, that's where you're going to make your money. So throughout the day, we're going to be on the Discord channel. Now, the Discord, at a certain point, will be only for subscribers. So anyone who gets in now will be grandfathered in. After that, subscriber only. So that is something to think about, look at. It's free. Click the link down below. Small forward, you've got at the top, Brandon Ingram, 32 minutes with 35 fantasy points. Tobias Harris, 30 minutes at 34 fantasy points. And Larry Nance, 32 minutes at 32 fantasy points. Mid-tier picks here at small forward, TJ Warren at 30 minutes and 27 fantasy points. Norman Powell, 27 minutes, 26 fantasy points. And OG Anunoby, 30 minutes with 25 fantasy points for him. Then we're looking at the value picks here. As of now, these obviously can change. You got DeAndre Hunter, 29 minutes projected with 21 fantasy points. Eric Gordon, 27 minutes with 21 fantasy points. I don't like that. It's not even a point per minute. And it's early only. And Chetty Osman, 29 minutes and 20 fantasy points. Kind of pay attention to the news. If Chetty can get at least 29 minutes, I really like him. I would love to see him play more of the game. Moving to the power forward, you got Domantas Sabonis at 34 minutes and 46 fantasy points. John Collins, 30 minutes, 37 fantasy points. And Julius Randle, 32 minutes, 38 fantasy points. mid-tier pick here, depending on who's in, who's out, if you're playing the early game. Christian Wood has been absolutely dominating. Even with pretty much almost all of their players back, full strength, even DeMarcus Cousins, Christian Wood's going to get the run there. He's going to get the minutes. His minutes are safe at 28 to 35 minutes, and we've got him right at 28 minutes and 34 fantasy points. Aaron Gordon, 28 minutes and 30 fantasy points for him. And Marvin Bagley, 24 minutes, 26 DraftKings fantasy points. Your value picks here at power forward, Nerlens Noel at 21 minutes, 18 fantasy points. Doug McDermott, 23 minutes, 19 fantasy points. And Mike Scott, 20 minutes and 17 fantasy points across the board. Then we move to the center position. My favorite play on this slate, Andre Drummond. That's why he's the picture of the article. That's why he's the picture of this video. Just my favorite play on the slate. I think he'll score the most amount of fantasy points. So if I were playing, that's who I would go with. Andre Drummond, 32 minutes. I would like to see him get around the 35 mark, but he's been dominating. I mean, he's been getting these massive amounts just in like a first quarter. So, I mean, if he can continue the trend, I love him here. I've got him projected at 49, but as the news breaks, I will not be surprised if Drummond goes for 55 plus. But it's hard to project those out for those big games. Just like yesterday with Antetokounmpo, I said I think he would go 60 plus, and I believe he got like 65. So I really like Drummond here. His price is going to start creeping up if he continues this. So let's take advantage until we get priced out on him. You got Joel Embiid. So he was a game time decision, then he was probable, then he played last game. Had a day in between. Kind of watch this. I know he's got a tight back. I think he should be good. We're looking at about 28 minutes out of Embiid, 41 to 45 fantasy points there. Nikola Vucevic, 31 minutes and 41 points. Mid-tier picks, Steven Adams, 27 minutes, 29 fantasy points. DeMarcus Cousins, the early-only game, looking about 21 minutes because him and Christian Wood can flip-flop and stuff like that. Looking about 28 fantasy points. I don't think I would play DeMarcus Cousins at all, though. And then your Raquan Holmes is another one there. Him and his Hassan Whiteside kind of flip-flop that, minutes-wise. Holmes here, 25 minutes, 26 fantasy points. And then value picks, I don't know if I'll be digging this deep at the center position, specifically on Fanduel, because you only get one of those where you get two of each other position. But Aaron Baines at 23 minutes and 22 fantasy points. Bismack Biyombo at 26 minutes and 21 fantasy points, and Dwight Howard 19 minutes and 21 fantasy points for the center position. Again, these are just some of the plays. They're not all of them. We have in our cheat sheet, we have more. Obviously, we have more than this. This isn't just our player pool, but this is a look into each position, top, mid, and value picks. So you guys can use these. We've had success in the past where people just use these, but a lot of people do use our cheat sheet and stuff like that. So stick around, just kind of looking. So the Vegas odds, this will be updated. This is yesterday's odds, but you can check this out. And what we've done is gone through, and it is the most likely we will edit it, and we'll make the chart the highest team total. Obviously, so whoever has the highest team total, you'll really want to take a look at that, whether or not you're sports betting or if you're playing DFS. The team with the highest team total, you want to get exposure to them because Vegas thinks they're going to score a lot. That is something to pay attention to. Another thing is watch the Vegas totals. Like look in the morning, look at noon, and then look about an hour before tip-off. See the trends. So say one team is here and their team total goes up, and then find the starting lineup. Get some of those in your lineup. That's why we kind of wait 30 to 45 minutes before tip-off to give you guys our final lineups, because at most of the time, 99% of the time, anyone who's going to be in or out, we're already going to know that news. There are some times where the slate will lock, and then a player who's playing at like 8 or 9 p.m. will be ruled out and will kind of be screwed over. Since then, sites now allow late swap. I remember when we first started back 7 years ago, 250 was an unheard of score. and if you hit 250, you won all the money. You're a millionaire. Now it's like 450. It's the way the scoring's been crazy, but I remember when it was, no late lock, no swap, pretty much screwed. Definitely got some zeros. But the thing was, with NBA back then, now I don't know how it is now, but with NBA back then, you could have like 1 or 2 at most guys in your lineup have a 0, or like 5 have a 0. You could still cash. It'd probably be minimum cash. You wouldn't be winning a GPP, but times have changed. Times have definitely changed. So under the NBA tab, we have that. Then we have the matchup tool. Now, it has been decided, and it makes sense. What we're going to do with the matchup tool. Now, this is what we did. If you've been with us before, you've seen this with the NFL, which we have a ton of information for the NFL. But with this, we're going to wait until February 1st. We're going to give them a month to get a month full of games in, so we can kind of see, because as you can see, like San Antonio Spurs have given up 80.2 fantasy points to the to the point guard position. So who would that be? That would be, let's look at be a Dennis Schroeder. Now, just kind of looking to see what they scored, what Dennis Schroeder scored. Let me see. Yeah, so this is what I'm saying. Like, depending on how many minutes he played, Dennis Schroeder got 27.3 fantasy points. And his price was, it was not going to show me his price. But yeah, the numbers are so skewed right now. If you were to look at this, or a fish were to look at this chart, they would see that, be like, oh, well, Dennis Schroeder obviously is the number one guy to go with. Got to go 80.2. That's why I kind of want to wait a little bit for the stats to, correct themselves a little bit, so you guys don't get screwed over. So Dennis Schroeder played 32 minutes. He had 15 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. That's not enough. James had 35 minutes, 26 points. Anthony Davis, who we were all over, he was very cheap. He was under 10K, I believe, on both sites. Anthony Davis, 35 minutes, 34 points, 11 rebounds. So we're going to give this about a month, and then we're going to bring this back. It's a completely free tool for you guys to use, but by then we'll see, these players, games played, games started, minutes, and points, and I'm going to add the fantasy points per game tab, so you can kind of see who's averaging how many fantasy points a game, and then you can see the opponent, how many they've given up per game, and it'll be a better tool there. So that is something that we're going to shelve right now. We will bring that back on probably February 1st. I want teams to get at least like 20, 25 games in so we can feel better about it. On top of that, you guys can subscribe to FTA Plus. You'll get the odds, the cheat sheets, the lineups, the videos, the articles, all of that. And we are running a couple specials right now, so if you're still with me and you want to sign up, a month pass, if you click on that and use promo code NBA month, you're going to get half off for the month. That's 1 month of access. If you do it by now, you're going to have, when it's back, PGA will be back, NFL pretty much up until the Super Bowl, NBA. I don't know if we're going to do NHL. People have been, I've had a couple of people interested in it, so we'll see, but that is a thing. If you want to do a year pass, it's a full year. That'll give you the rest of this NBA season. Hopefully the next NBA season starts on time in October. That'll give you a couple of months with that NBA season. You get the rest of this NFL season, and all the way until week 17 of next NFL season, you get the entire 2021 MLB season, entire year of PGA, MMA, everything for 1 year. There are 4 coupon codes left. If you click on join for the year pass, use promo code 300 off, you're going to get this year pass for $99. Again, there are only 4 coupon codes left. We started with 20 like a month ago, and so that's your offer. First come, first serve. If you guys are interested, click it, use the promo code 300 off, Or if you're not able to get any of this to work for some reason, which it should, you can always email me, support@fantasyteamadvisors.com, and we'll try to help you guys out. Please, please, please hit that like button on this video if you're still watching. If this video gets 30 likes, we're going to give you a Fanduel and Draftkings GPP lineup pinned down below in the comment section. So again, anything you guys have questions about down below, you can ask there. You can always DM us on Twitter @advisors_team, or you can even email me, support@fantasyteamadvisors.com. Try to get to you as fast as I possibly can. Again, I will throw the Discord invite link in the description. It's good for I believe 24 hours, so use that or lose that. So that's what we got, guys. I have already worked on all of the rankings for NFL, so you can click on just the front page here. You can check it all out. QB, running back, wide receiver, tight end, defense. You can check that out, or you can go to NFL right here. And that'll give you that. So I'll be doing a video on that, I believe, later on today. The rankings are there. We are still kind of waiting for some news of other players to drop out. I know Kansas City is going to be without Tyreek Hill. I think without Kelsey and without Mahomes. I can't remember. I know at least Hill and Mahomes are out. Just kind of waiting for the ball to drop there. These will be updated Sunday morning if need be. We'll obviously wait for it and figure that out. So that's what I've got in this video, guys. If you found it at all helpful, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Go check out all of our social media, which you can find at fantasyteamadvisors.com right here at the top. Go check it out. Any questions, please, I love to answer questions for you. Get to the Discord. Good luck, and as always, bring home that bacon, guys.